Everyone says real estate is the safest investment you can make. But what if that belief is quietly costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars? Most people spend decades paying a mortgage feeling secure, feeling smart, never realizing the numbers don't add up the way they were told. Today, we're running the honest comparison nobody makes. Stay with me because what you're about to see will permanently change how you think about your money. Everyone told Raymond to buy the house, but nobody told him what it would actually cost him to own it. Raymond Holt was 34 years old when he signed the papers on a 3-bedroom colonial in Hartford, Connecticut. $420,000. 30-year mortgage. 4.5% interest. He drove home feeling like a man who had finally done something right. His colleague Philip Graves did something different that same month. Philip opened a brokerage account, set up an automatic investment into a low-cost index fund, and went back to eating his sandwich. No ceremony. No keys. No handshake. Raymond thought Philip was making a mistake. Here's where most comparisons go wrong. People argue about real estate versus the stock market like it's a religion. But the real question isn't which one goes up more. The real question is, what does it actually cost you to own each one? Raymond's mortgage was $2,130 a month. But that wasn't what the house cost him. Furnace failure. Roof repairs. Rising property taxes. Painting. Landscaping. By year 5, Raymond had spent $34,000 on the house beyond his mortgage payments, and he hadn't tracked a single dollar of it. Nobody told him to. Philip was investing $2,100 a month into an index fund returning 9% annually. No repair bills. No tax reassessments. No liability. Complete liquidity. 5 years later, Raymond's house had appreciated from $420,000 to $487,000. $67,000 in gains. He felt vindicated. But Philip asked him a quiet question over coffee. How much have you actually spent on that house? They did the math together. Mortgage payments, interest, property taxes, maintenance, insurance, total money spent in 5 years, just over $200,000. Real return on that capital, roughly 52%. Philip had invested $126,000. His portfolio had grown to $159,000. Smaller nominal gain, but on far less capital deployed, with zero hidden costs and full access to his money at any moment. Now here is the truth neither side tells you. Raymond's house wasn't a bad decision. But it wasn't the investment he thought it was. It was a consumption asset that happened to appreciate, and because Raymond believed the house was doing his financial heavy lifting, he stopped doing everything else. No retirement contributions. A car loan he ignored. A thin emergency fund because, I have equity. He had traded financial flexibility for the feeling of financial solidity. Philip had made a deliberate choice, knowing exactly what he was getting and what he was giving up. In year 6, Philip used part of his portfolio as a down payment on a rental property. Now he had both, the index fund compounding quietly, and a rental generating $1,350 a month in cash flow. He hadn't chosen stocks over real estate. He had simply waited until he understood the true cost of each, then built both, in the right order. Raymond looked at him and said what he'd been thinking for years. I thought I was the one who got it right. Philip nodded. You did, he said. You just stopped at the first right answer. The most expensive financial mistake isn't choosing the wrong asset. It's believing any single asset, no matter how solid it feels, is doing enough work on its own. Understand the true cost of everything you own. Build deliberately. Build in order. And never stop at the first right answer. Follow Soar Finance. Like, share, and subscribe.